Okay, so catch everyone up on the last 2 years here.
So the last 2 years,
Big events.
We moved from McKinney to Royce.
The location is out there
Whatever.
now.
We got engaged.
We're getting back on Steph's game here because she's a full-blown operation dump truck now.
It's great to have a goal in mind when you're looking at fitness, especially when you've done fitness for so long. Welcome.
We're back.
We're back 2 years later. I feel like the last time I started potentially like a YouTube series, I was like, hey guys, sorry I've been gone for a while.
And now you're starting it back up.
I'm like a broken record.
Okay, in defense, before we start, before everyone unsubscribes.
Don't leave, hold on.
We have been super active.
Yes.
On the Revenge Tour page.
Correct.
But that's mostly dog rescue because that's 99% of her life. We did kind of do a series on my prep.
Correct.
So like kind of some bodybuilding, but you know,
yeah,
we're really active over there. We're getting back on Steph's game here because she's a full-blown operation dump truck now.
Dump truck.
Wellness.
We haven't named the series.
Okay. IHOP legs, kangaroo build.
Okay, so
Legopotamus.
Look, the reality is this page was obviously a lot of vlog stuff with like a sprinkle of rescue stuff and mostly fitness related. But that's not my life anymore. That's not our life anymore. It's 90% rescue and like 10% fitness. But when we do the fitness stuff, we go hard in the fitness stuff because we only have an hour and a half in the gym. And we just created our split, AKA Duke created our split.
Programmed out.
Programmed out the days of the week that we're training and what the split looks like so that we can get the most out of the time that we are there. He recently just competed, and I think, when are you thinking about competing again? Sometime next year, you're taking a year off?
I'll talk to Dusty, yeah. Dusty actually does my programming, and I just program stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's great to have a goal in mind when you're looking at fitness, especially when you've done fitness for so long and like bodybuild for so long. Anyone can be a bodybuilder. I'm not talking about the people that compete. I don't consider those people just the only bodybuilders. I think if you're going in the gym and you are building your body and you're serious about it, you're a bodybuilder. Sometimes you just need a goal date in mind, whether it's a vacation, photo shoot, you know, or a like physical thing that you're trying to work towards. For me, I would love for my legs to get bigger and my butt to grow. I spent so many years competing in figure where I had to bring down my legs, thank you, because my lower body overpowers my upper body from a muscular standpoint naturally. So I spent years like running 12 miles a day trying to bring down my legs and doing an obscene amount of cardio and plyos in between. And so now I want to do the opposite.
Like you're still walking 12 miles a day with the dogs, but yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But I felt like creating fitness content wasn't genuine because it wasn't at the forefront of like priorities for me. It was taking care of these kiddos and the other 32 that are being really great right now, somewhat quiet. So that's where my priorities are. They still are there. But I have to learn to balance the fitness stuff too. So creating this page will also help me stay accountable of my goals.
Yeah, we're locked in for the next like 6 months. So you guys are going to get videos whether, you know, you're unsubscribing right now or not.
The videos are going to come. Wait.
Okay, so catch everyone up on the last 2 years here.
So the last 2 years.
Big events.
Yeah, well, we moved from McKinney to Royce.
The location is out there
Whatever. Royce City. We moved from McKinney to an
top
undisclosed
secret
location in Texas. Anyways, it's not that far from McKinney. But we moved out here. We have 5 acres and we are slowly but surely getting our sanctuary built out. Yeah. And the premise behind the sanctuary is for the kiddos that will never get adopted. They get to live out their days with us, whether it's whether it's, you know, medical because they're seniors.
Easy Reeves. Easy Reeves. She's an old girl.
I know. Or they have some sort of disability. They get to live out their days with us. They're never in danger of getting euthanized. But that's also the beauty of being a rescue versus a shelter. but I won't go down that rabbit hole right now. So we get to this piece of property and we're starting to build out. We put the fencing up. We have 2 tiny homes up now.
It's 8,000 square foot backyard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All of our we have 4 backyards. We have 1 huge backyard, 8,000 square foot backyard, but it's split up into 4 separate yards.
Yep.
Because we have kennels in 1 yard. There's a quarantine yard. The first yard isn't done yet, but we basically are living in this home, but it's really the dog's house. Like they just allow us to sleep here. They're so kind that they let us have 1 bed, and there's 6 dogs in that room that sleep in that room with us.
We're probably going to move in one of the tiny homes.
Yeah, we've talked about just getting a manufactured home and just plopping it down because we would love to have like 1 room where there's no dog, so we can,
have uninterrupted sex. Makes eye contact.
Yeah, it's there's always a dog like watching. It's kind of awkward.
There was a dog licking my foot a few days ago.
It was pretty awful.
Steph had heavy breathing down her neck that wasn't me yesterday.
Yeah, it was I had a dog like literally at eye level, and he's 120 pounds. He's just like staring at me. So we need a tiny home to have sex in, basically. That's what we're saying. But anyway, are you blushing yet?
No.
You're a little red. Okay.
Big life events.
Big life events. We got engaged. We had been trying to literally get away for 2 years, probably.
We'd actually canceled this trip for 2 years.
Yeah, and Duke finally just paid the deposit on the Airbnb, so we couldn't back out.
Mm-hmm.
And we started working on getting some of the dogs placed into temporary foster homes, and who was going to go into board and train that needed training, and then to start displacing some kiddos. And
it was like 6 months of planning.
Yeah,
we had trainers set up, vet tech set up.
Yeah, it was a lot. But we ended up going to Sedona, which is like our favorite place.
Yeah.
And
it's the first trip we took.
Yeah. And then Duke surprised me with some of our friends and family there. So that was really awesome. I haven't seen my mom in like 2 years.
Yeah.
So my mom was there. Naya and Tira were there. Duke's family was there. Dustin and Alicia were there. We had such a great time. It really was so wonderful. It was nice to get away. I think it took us like the first
3 days,
3 or 4 days to be like, this is weird. And we did have to bring 3 dogs.
The first morning was really weird. Steph in the last 3 years has not finished a cup of coffee in the morning once.
Nope.
And I think it was really weird. We were sitting outside. We woke up at like 8 a.m., which is ridiculous for us. And Steph finished an entire cup of coffee, and I could see her face just like, what do I do with myself?
Like,
what just happened?
Yeah. What's yummy? So that was really nice. Enjoying a cup of coffee with this sweet man in silence and not having a ton of dogs like yelling at us.
I'm missing it already.
Yeah.
We got to go hike.
We did a lot of hiking.
Jacuzzi.
We did a lot of hiking. The jacuzzi, the pool, and just spending time with our friends and family. That was really, really nice.
Yeah.
But
we were able to, or I was able to get somebody to catch a little bit of our engagement on video.
Yeah. Well, this sweet man wanted to do it at a specific place on this hike, and in true Duke fashion,
I didn't plan
he's not great with directions, guys.
No.
He's good at a lot of things. Directions are not one of them. So we're like 5 miles into this hike, and
the plan was to have family and friends there for the proposal. And I have younger siblings, and we're like 5 miles into this hike. Just up a steep cliff with nowhere. It was bad.
Well, I turn around and I look at, like, we all stopped to get water, and I turn around and I see my mom and Duke's mom.
The moms are both passed out.
And like my mom's like against a tree like this, and Duke's mom is like in this like squat position, like like under a tree. And I like
one of my little sisters is diabetic. I was like,
I ran up to Duke. I was like, I think we need to turn around, lover.
I felt so bad.
And he's like, but it's just right up here, because I knew what was happening at that point. I'm like,
well, you knew as soon as we left the state of Texas, we were gonna get engaged.
I was like, I knew that his heart was set on this specific hike and the specific view. And when he turned around and saw our moms that looked like they were about to pass out, he's like,
I was
all right.
devastated. I felt so bad.
Yeah, he's like, all right. And everyone was waiting for that moment, right? And so we let everyone down. And I had to go have a pep talk with him. I'm
Well, and
like,
everyone was leaving too.
yeah, because
we wanted a few quiet days, but it
Yeah.
worked out good. I found a random stranger.
Yeah, it was great. It was perfect.
It was perfect. It was like a, I don't know, mid-40s dad that had clearly just entered his like, excessive family picture stage. I asked the family and the wife goes, "Oh, he's great with a camera. He's been on a roll."
We're like, thank God.
I was like, sweet.
Yeah. But it was perfect. It was exactly how it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I think he put too much pressure on himself the first day that it didn't happen because we wanted our family and friends to be there, but that's not the way it was supposed to happen. And so he put a lot of pressure on himself. And I know like that night and the next few nights, he was just like pretty bummed out. And I think our moms also were like, so is it tomorrow? So like, are you going to do it tomorrow?
It was more family pressure at that point. Yeah.
And I had to pull him aside. I was like, yeah, pull it together. Okay. This isn't for them. This is for us. And if you don't want to do it, you don't do it. Okay. Just wait till everyone leaves. There was no pressure on my end.
No.
But it was a great trip. And then we came back to reality and it was
well, we actually got back and we had the Ranger event.
Yep. So right off the bat, we had events that we had to attend, and the Rangers have been so good to us as an organization.
Jacqueline and John Gray have been very good to us.
Yeah.
They deserve all the credit.
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, they came across a video either on the Rescue or Duke's personal page of Nova Gray, which we named after them. And she was the pitty that was intentionally set on fire in San Antonio. And they came across this reel on social media and immediately reached out and said, we'd love to donate. Where's your Amazon wish list? And literally within 2 days.
They sent a literal truckload of beds. And so they went down the rabbit hole of looking at all our dogs.
Well, no, it was everything that was on our Amazon wish list times 20.
Yeah.
And so much so that I actually had to shut down our Amazon wish list because we had no room to put anything else. So we were so grateful for them and introducing us to their world, right?
So big life event.
Yeah.
We've done 2 pet calendars with them now.
Mm-hmm.
We've done a few bark in the park events where we get to go out with the pups.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one just launched.
Yep.
I guess, huh? Yeah.
But it's been great to showcase the rescue in that light with people that may not know about dog rescue or the types of dogs that people can find in dog rescues. There's some really great dogs out there waiting for forever homes, and being able to open up that space for us to have conversations with people about our dogs and just about rescue in general is so rewarding and just such a wonderful opportunity. So
well, it's a demographic we could never reach without them. So super grateful for that.
Super grateful.
Then we had my show right after that.
No, your show was before, Dodo. Oh, no, it was after.
It was after.
Yeah, he was prepping. He was prepping during our vacation.
I was like 4 weeks out.
Yeah, I totally forgot. I thought you did your show before.
No.
Yeah, no, he was prepping during our vacation. Never again. We won't ever be doing that again.
It was easy.
No.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It was super easy.
It was okay. Duke is not your typical person on prep. He's really great on prep. Like, he doesn't get mood swings, doesn't get hangry. But there's an element of being on prep when you're on vacation that kind of sucks a little bit. Like going out to a restaurant to eat or, like there is no skipping the gym today.
Yeah.
It's like you have to go to the gym. That part. I'm not saying like
Sedona was still nice.
Oh, no, it was still great. But I'm saying like I would have loved to be like, hey, let's go to this like steakhouse.
I'm not a foodie. No. Yeah. I think that's why prep's partly easy. Like I don't care if I eat or not.
Yeah.
So I don't get angry about that. And then our routine and our schedule is so regimented. Yeah. This prep felt like a cakewalk.
Yeah.
Like, we're up at 5, 6 a.m. every day. We're in bed at 11. Like everything is so scheduled out with the dogs.
Yeah.
That jumping into this prep, it was like 3 weeks out and I'm like, am I doing this right? Like this.
Yeah. Because he was coasting. But I'm saying from that other standpoint of being able to enjoy.
I'm not a foodie, but there was a few hikes we finished because we were doing like 2-hour hikes.
Yeah, they weren't
every day. And there's that acai shop. Acai, S-C?
Acai.
I'm too white to pronounce that. Acai?
Yeah.
Acai bowl place.
Yeah.
And I was like, like, that sounds
I was enjoying it still.
Good right now.
I was still enjoying it. I felt bad, but.
No, it doesn't bother me at all. I know you felt bad. But we got to, do Sedona. Okay, so prep. Shout out Dusty Hanshaw, who nailed it.
Yep.
Nova's new daddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, prep was easy.
I mean, that's the thing is like, there's like no other than our engagement, don't, but the, like, our life is around the dogs,
Yeah.
you know? 'Cause, I mean, the 2 years have just been, it's been literally rescue, 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 rescue. It's
Yeah.
one dog after another. We take on some really, really tough cases, everything from dogs being intentionally set on fire and having to rehab those dogs. Sammy here had literally his entire ear flopping off. Took us about 6 months to get him medically cleared and fully recovered from that. Um, we have dogs in wheelchairs. We have diabetic dogs that need insulin
We
every
have a pig.
day. We have a pig. Oh yeah, we got a pig that was being given away for free on Facebook. um, so it's just been like literally nonstop. On average, we have anywhere from 30 to 35 dogs here, and our mornings start at 5 a.m. and don't end until about 11 p.m. And we're in constant rotation, whether it's here in the main yard where we're sitting at right now, or the dogs are in kennels just having some quiet outdoor time, or we're on walks, or we're working on commands. It's a constant moving job. The minute you sit down, like right now, we probably aren't going to want to get up after this little interview.
We're gonna have to.
Yeah, because once you sit down, you lose all of your momentum and you start to get tired. But yeah, our days start at 5 a.m. and end at 11 p.m. We squeeze in the gym, 90-minute gym session. We leave the house for 2.5 hours because it takes us about 25 minutes to get to the gym. We train and then we head right back. On off days, we do things like go to the grocery store, go to PetSmart, fun stuff. We try to squeeze in a date night once a quarter.
No, we don't.
Like our day to day is really, really hectic. So we want to bring you guys along to the hecticness of what is, our life from a personal standpoint, because
Yeah.
the rescue page is a lot of the dogs and like, pig story, is working on like reactivity with the dogs and dog intros and informational stuff, or vet visits and medical
Yeah.
cases and things like that. So
Well, I
we
think,
want this page to be a little more of the personal side of
yeah, I was
rescue
gonna
as
say
well.
people that, like want to follow you. I mean, A, for your fitness, so outline your
True.
goal there, and then yeah, I guess the less serious medical training side
Yeah.
of it. So you guys don't have to worry about seeing really graphic stuff with the dogs. You'll just see like cute Sammy and shit.
Yeah.
Hi, Sammy.
Yeah.
Sammy, we actually personally adopted a few months ago.
Yeah.
Made it official. Couldn't
He's a
let
good
him go.
boy. But
He's a
I
good
think
boy.
that's it. I think that's a good wrap up.
Yeah. Are we missing anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Anything else exciting?
No.
Transformative?
No, that's it. All right, guys, we got to get back to rotating these dogs and feeding them dinner. So we'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for sticking with us and me,
Possibly.
and not unsubscribing because I haven't given you guys anything in 2 years. But
Yeah.
I'm back. I promise this time.
We're actually locked in for like 6 months with Dustin and Alicia here. And we're
Yeah.
pumping out 2 videos a week the last few months on the Revenge Store page. So tons of content.
Yeah, so
Let's get it.
you're going to get something whether you like it or not. All right.
Later, guys.